Hi, my name is Rafael Camacho Mancera, and this is the video evidence of my learning outcome tree, importance on going global. Well, first of all, I would like to start with my personal definition of what a global person is. For me, a global person is someone who is continuously improving and informing himself, working and making decisions on his life, whether professional or personal, based on his research of the current context of the world. It is a person who understands that maybe major events who might seem isolated from your life are not. In fact, everything that is going on in the world right now, like economic recession, humanitarian crises, affect in some sort of way to our lives. And I think also a global person is someone who is really well educated and informed. He, as a part of his life, he recognizes the globalization of the world that we live in. He realizes this by looking into the products, the services, even the social media content that he consumes, and realizes most of it is made abroad or from external companies. Um, we also, as a global person, you have the urge to seek into learning about different cultures, different ways of working, different languages with different customs, different ways of communicating and relating between each people. And he also has a urge to adapt and provide solutions with the best benefit that he can. Um, it also means that a global person is not limited to work in a certain place or a certain language. A global person is able to adapt no matter which kind of people, from where are they working, which local laws or norms may apply to a specific country or a specific enterprise. A global person is able to adapt, and that, in my opinion, makes him a more complete person. Um, as I said, a global person main concern is to learn and apply this learn material on how to deal with people effectively and adapt quickly to different culture and languages. Um, it requires a global person, as I said, to be someone who really looks into doing his research, um, and communication skills. And the result of being a global person is that you are going to be able to effectively work with people with different backgrounds in any country, in any social, cultural context. A global person is someone who is able to adapt. Well, next I'm going to be talking about the importance of becoming a global professional person, as I describe it. I believe that in today's world, being a global professional has become a necessity, not a luxury. If you want to be successful in your personal life and your professional life, um, it is a requirement to be a global person, to have a greater context, to adapt. This makes you, as it says here, more competitive against other people. For example, if someone's looking for a job, I believe a global person which has a better understanding, a greater knowledge is going to be the one they select. You also have access to more and better opportunities. Call it job opportunities, call it um, easier access to attend events, everything, making these social relationships has always a benefit to our lives. It's also important because it encourages you to be more innovative, more creative at the time of proposing solutions. For example, of your work, if you learn something at a trip, or For example, you learn how people in Germany, how people in Japan works. You, as a global person, are going to be able to take that knowledge and apply it maybe in your local enterprise, in your local business. So it is important to be innovative and creative based on the information you learn about the way. You also make contacts, influences, and have greater possibilities of success if you are going to, for example, start a business. If you know the right people, if you know people who you know are going to be able to support you to make your life easier. All of these social interactions have, as I said, this benefit of making your life projects easier. Now I'm going to talk about the pros on going global. As I said, it increases your personal competitiveness among professionals in your field. As a result of this, you have more job opportunities and the easier access to have better positions of management at your company. You improve your personal communication and social skills. You improve your adaptability to complex situations. I think this is one of the most important pros on being a global person. It, it is really a true benefit for a person to be able to adapt to any situation. It could be, for example, life or death situation. It could be a situation in which you get selected for a better job, for a better pay. People who are able to adapt to any given situation is more likely to be successful, in my opinion. Also, you improve your ability to analyze situations and make decisions based on that analysis of the global context that you constantly are supposed to make. For example, if you are willing to start a business, if you're going to make some investment, if you have the capability of first doing your research, then analyzing the situation, you are going to be able to take action in the right way. You're going to be able to justify your decisions based on things you have learned and how certain facts, certain news, what it really means to your daily life and how can it impact you in a good or in a bad way. Also, I believe it's a lot of personal growth, like intellectually, spiritually, to know, getting to know different cultures. It improves to your consciousness of maybe how fortunate or unfortunate you are. It makes you more grateful. It makes you more, as I said, a complete person. Also, you improve your social and cultural capital. You get to know more, for example, cultures. If maybe in a casual conversation someone wants to compare, for example, your company's culture, you can speak about how people work in Germany, in Japan, and how you can apply it to your company. I think that is a great value to add to your job and also your personal life. Also, you get facility for developing new projects based on the contacts and influences you create. By this, I mean you're going to meet people along the way who have the same interest, who have the same values, who have the same necessities, who have the same dreams. And I believe that getting to know people, it makes bigger your social cycle and you get access to better opportunities, as I said. So for the cons of going, becoming a global person, I think the main one is the learning curve. I believe it's genuinely hard to get something done right at the first time. But in these cases, for example, every time you visit a new country, even a new state in your own country, even another enterprise at your own state, the point is that there are going to be many different people, and the quicker and easier you adapt, for example, you have to develop your own process to getting to adapt to a new scenario, new culture, to certain people. And the more often you do this, the more often you get out of your comfort zone and start looking into meeting new people. The easier it's going to be each time to accomplish, to adapt easier to a certain scenario, and also, of course, develop the wanted solution. As I said, continually facing language barriers can be exhausting, could be stressful. The possibility of accidentally offending someone's culture by not having a complete understanding of it. This is something you're going to be better at each time. High stress levels, you have decreased free time and stability of living in one place if you travel a lot. Also, the financial consequences of that, the high cost of living and high cost of consulting with qualified people. For example, if you're going to visit a manufacturing facility in other country, you have to ask the right people. For example, what are the quality standards? What are their health and safety standards? And this often costs money in order to have this information. But as I said, I see it as an investment, because every time you do it, you are going to get better and easier and fastest at it. Some examples of how to become a global person is to volunteer or work abroad, searching for jobs in your field of expertise that offer the opportunity to travel, to getting to know different countries, cultures, staying informed. As I said, a big part of it is doing your research and maybe not over stressing about what's going everything in the world, but just compiling of what could be a more important direct hit to your personal life. Engage in global conversations, speaking with people from a different country is quite enriching. You get to know their more intimate part of how really their life is in another country, not just what we can see through the media. Also embrace diversity, including everyone in your social group can be really reachful for your own personal development. And for a conclusion, I believe that with these examples of activities, knowing the pros and cons of becoming a global person, I believe it is totally worth it to improve yourself every day and getting out of your comfort zone. Um, we cannot evade the responsibility of being always at an easier scenario. We are going to be put in situations in which we need to quickly adapt, and the more easier it gets to you, the more complete professional person you're going to get. And I believe this is capable of bringing great success to your both professional and personal careers. Thank you.